Goblin 9 to Goblin 12, I have 3 free-to-play teams with timing to make it easier to 3-star and get the experience you need to level up your heroes, which is much easier in this new Dragonheir. And all I had to do was go back and look through my old videos and my old streams, and these are the same exact heroes that we were using back then when Dragonheir was out. This is the newly revamped, newly launched Dragonheir, which is a million times better. If you would, go below this mailbox, hit this notification, then over here you're going to see bind to content creator. Click that. It's going to take you to a website where you just log in with your regular information, a Dragonheir official website, and then type in StewGaming, capital S, capital G. As you're a content creator, you're going to get immediate rewards, and it's going to help me. It's going to support me as well, and we're going to get you more rewards as the game goes along. So I do appreciate it. Sigrun is the centerpiece for so much in this game, and she's a rare, and they give her to us for free. All we have to have is debuffs on the enemy. When they die with the debuff, she gets an ultimate gauge increase, which means she's going to do her ultimate more often. Anytime she fires her ultimate, she's not hitting one target, she's hitting everybody with the debuff on. So all you have to do is run through here, make her strong, of course, and then run through here with people that apply debuffs. This is Latalis. I used to use a Latalis in Season 1 back in the day when the game was much harder and we didn't get all these heroes that they're giving us now. And it was a great hero. Knocking back the ultimate gauge, applying all these debuffs. Anytime he does damage, he applies attack down. So we get a bunch of debuffs from this rare, and it has an attack lead, which is really good to have, right? An attack lead to do additional damage. We apply our food. Food is so easy to make. This is only 10% attack. We can make better than this, and it's cheap to make, and you can go around and steal the supplies to make food. We'll do that in a future video. So in this one, I have Latalis with Usha. We have the main character. Of course, we've got Varesh along with Sigrun in here. This one has got Rava, and this one has Iola, which they gave us Iola for free. I don't believe they gave us Rava for free. We do have food on. We're level 77. You can see the gear we're using, which is normal gear. You could have better gear than this because we were on stream yesterday doing free-to-play team, going through the new Venom, and it was easy to get legendary gear. So you could have legendary gear by now. You could be farming that. So this team can be much stronger. But the whole idea behind the team is applying the debuffs and doing the damage with Sigrun. Make your Sigrun as strong as possible. Give her something like the eyeball that increases her damage. Oh, the timing I've got. I'm going to have to talk to you about this timing. This timing makes it so we don't waste our ultimates on that first group. We kill 2 groups very quickly. It's much faster. And then half of our team saves their ultimate for this wave so that we can knock it down very quickly as well. And then now we're on a rotation to do much better to make sure we can 3-star this. Now, are we going to 3-star it with this team? Because when I use my Rava team, yeah, I mean, we 3-starred probably by now we've almost 3-starred it because we have so many debuffs constantly on. But I think we're doing really well. We just got one more after this. But will we have our skills ready to go? Will somebody have a skill ready to apply debuffs? I think, yep, there we go. And okay. And Sigrun, is that it? That's it. Easy 3-star. I like it. And this is all because we did the timing to alternate our ultimates, and we take out 2 groups in the beginning instead of that first one. So with our timing, we're going to wait till 18.5. That makes sure that second wave comes in. Then we have Varesh put up all the debuffs. We go at 19 here for Sigrun. And then we have cleanup at 19 with our adventurer. An adventurer is going to knock out anybody that's left with debuffs, and then she's going to fire off right away again. You see her do 2 attacks immediately. The whole entire 2 groups die, and then we go into the next wave, and that wave is going to take debuffs from Usha and from Latalis and damage. So somebody's going to die quick. She's going to be back up to do her shots, and that's what you saw. Now coming over here to the Rava one, same deal. We're going to use this team. You can see the gear they have on them, the timing they have here at 18.5, 19, 25, 19, 24.5. We want to do Rava a little earlier than Usha, maybe even a little earlier than this, so we can apply some frost so Usha can do double damage. That's what she does with her ultimate, the one in the front. That rare in the front has always been extremely good back in the old Dragonheir. Still good now, but they give us so many heroes, they give us so many epics, so many legendaries. I doubt outside of this we're going to use them much, but you never know. There's a lot of content, and we need different heroes for some of that content. And then when we fight the chief challenges, we're actually probably going to use her there. But right now you can see how fast this one is going. This one is going much, much faster. Rava is just an absolute beast. She does a lot of damage, and she just does that vortex to where we're just applying frost. Like, these guys are going to come into frost. Well, they would have. They are. They're being hit by frost still from that vortex and taking damage. One more wave. I don't know. It looks about the same time. I think both did really well, even with Latalis. And I love Latalis. There was so much we did with him back at the first Dragonheir. Looks like the same exact time. Should be the same gear, same general timing, and then make sure you pick Iola as your attack lead, 18% additional attack. I still think we have 10% food rolling. Now, this team is a little bit harder because Iola doesn't apply as many debuffs as Latalis or Rava. She only has that decreased attack. She does stun, which I don't know if the stun really helps out here because you kind of want them to keep moving and stay clumped together like this. Latalis applies decreased attack on any damage he does. He applies heal block, so he's got more ways to apply more debuffs. And that's what we want, more debuffs up. And then, of course, Rava, you saw what she can do with all the debuffs she has, and she feeds into Usha, our main fighter in the front, to do more damage on her ultimate. So this one's a little bit harder to pass, but we can get levels. We're still not at max level, and we're nowhere near the gear we could have on our team. We're running epic gear. So very easy to do even with Iola. But I'm sure you might have an Auster. You might have somebody else that can do some crazy AoE damage. A Licinia. I mean, there's so many heroes now that you could have to put in this team along with Sigrun applying debuffs that is going to make it very, very easy. Yeah, we didn't make it. We actually were short here. Now, I did 3-star this before, but I knew this one was going to be a little bit harder to play because she's not really getting up those debuffs. And I don't have scrolls into her either. I have scrolls into Rava, and I've got scrolls into Latalis because he's a rare. If you have Latalis, just throw in Latalis. If you have Rava, throw in Rava, and you'll be fine. He is scrolled. Latalis is scrolled, but he's a rare. You've got plenty of scrolls to do that with. She is not scrolled. Maybe if she was scrolled, it would help out, but you've got options. You've got plenty of options, all feeding off of this girl right here to do beautiful damage with those debuffs on. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, come and join us on Discord. We are there to help you out day and night.